Hey guys, Josh here. I really want to give my thoughts on Diablo 4 Season 3. Like I say right now, as a bit of a preamble, I feel like Season 3 is a bit of a step back from Season 2. Now, the biggest issue of Season 3 is the actual seasonal mechanics themselves. If you compare it to Season 2, where you can quickly collect blood, collect abilities, and basically there was always an event all around the place that you could do with active events, and you get a lot of loot and stuff like that as well, and it was very, very quick to level, and also had a board system. You can tell the substantial difference that it has in Season 3, where Season 3 just gives you a little pet and you just going around, but there's no actual urgency or any big like power boost that you can give to your pet other than just spamming vaults and vaults and vaults and over again. It kind of reminds me of Season 1 and Season 0, where you're just spamming the same content over and over again of a hope to get a buff to your build. Now, I feel pretty bad. This is obviously a big step backwards for Blizzard. I feel like that Season 2 is probably the best that they had it for Diablo 4, and they didn't really add anything else to the end game either. I mean, you're missing the avatar of Zia and a lot of stuff as well to really test your character, and Season 3 just doesn't have it, and even the emergency hotfix just doesn't have it either. It is still fairly weak compared to the Season 2 mechanics that is out there. Now, this has actually gone at a worse part for Diablo 4 in general, as PoE with their new Affliction League basically knocked it out of the park. Everything was super awesome. The new trees are great. The new mechanics are great. And it's overall a blast to play with as well. And essentially, is just such an amazing game to play, and it keeps you active over and over again. And you can always afford to try different builds as well. It is incredibly fun, and I enjoyed playing it. Now you can see here, they've already added a hotfix. So previously my gyro was rank 2, now it's rank 5. But you can see in particular as well, the biggest issue about some of these talents that are seasonal for Season 3 in particular was that even when you finished the initial campaign, got to level 50 or level 70, you weren't finished with the season mechanic at all. Like, you didn't have any of the legendary stuff in particular. By the time I get to tier 4, I won't be finished with any of this whatsoever. So it'll be still unfinished, even though I get to the 80s and 90s, where the seasonal mechanic is normally finished. In Season 2, if you got to level 70 and you hadn't discovered every single ability, I'd be completely shocked, given the fact that the seasonal event with the vampires was so easy to make levels in that you got so much blood that it was absolutely ridiculous, unless you stayed in dungeons all day until you're level 50, which I'd be very shocked if you did. Now, overall, I'd say it's not that the seasonal mechanics don't help out. It's the fact that they're so hard to get, and by the time you get the seasonal mechanics, it's too late. They don't provide a big enough buff to your character, such as Paragon points, getting a unique, and building up to your basic best build, basically. And that's the main complaint I've got with it. The seasonal mechanics actually have no impact on the game. The base game has more impact on the game than the new seasonal mechanic, which is different from PoE, where the seasonal mechanic has a massive impact on the game compared to the base game itself. And I think that's what Diablo 4 missed, because Season 2, obviously the extra little charges from Season 2, the Vampiric Powers, had a big impact on the game, made a lot of different builds. You had Poison Shred, Lightning Shred, you had Stormclaw being a massive build in particular as well for Druids. And then basically you go to Season 3 and it's just like, oh, it's the normal builds you had probably in Season 1, except with a few changes here and there. And that's my main complaint about it, is that the seasonal affliction does not do anything at all to the base game. It's still just a base game. You just got a cool little pet instead. That's pretty much it.